Hey, what's up, guys? It's N Squared Sports coming back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about Derrick Henry just got signed by the Tennessee Titans. He re-signed, I should say, to a 4 year, I believe it was $50 million or something like that. It was 12 and a half a year. And so after he just got signed after Christian McCaffrey got signed. He was kind of the next top running back to get signed. By the way, Christian McCaffrey in 99 overall in Madden, and Derrick Henry is the next highest in Madden. So that's an interesting fact. So Nick, what do you think about this signing in general?
Man, I hate it as a Texans fan, and every Texans fan should hate it. This was, I am very, very, very pro, or very, I don't know how to word it right. I'm very against signing running backs. Um, I don't like them in big deals. I think C-Mac deserves it. I think Zeke deserves it. I think Saquon will deserve it. I think Kamara will deserve it. Other than that, and I think Henry deserves a big deal. Other than that, I don't think anyone else in the league really deserves it. I think other than that, it's pretty replaceable. That being said, man, they couldn't have gotten better of a steal. Derrick Henry is a beast. There's no one else in the league. I've heard people complaining. They're like, oh, you shouldn't have paid running backs. This dude had multiple 200-yard games in the season. We've seen him take over. They're the reason they got to the AFC Championship. It's 12 and a half a year and only 25 million. So he's really guaranteed. I don't know how they did the contract, like spacing wise, but you could say that they can cut him after about. My guess is they split the contract for 3 years, so the fourth year is pretty much non-guaranteed. But you pretty much cut him after the second year if he falls off. I'm surprised he took this deal, to be honest. I think it's sort of shocking. I think he could have gotten more, especially after that dominant playoff performance. Yeah, that's really what I have to say about it. Nick, if you have any.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I mean, it was surprising a little bit, like when you see first, like you see $50 million, that's a lot for running back. But then when you look at it more, like it's only 12 and a half a year. CMC got 16. Derrick Henry almost led his team to the Super Bowl. And I mean, for by most people now, he's seen as a top three running back. And to be seen as that and only get 12 and a half, which I think you said before that this was the fifth highest running back contract in the NFL right now, which pretty soon it probably will be even lower because these running backs that are coming up will get paid even more. So for him to take this money helps the Titans a lot, and I agree it hurts the Texans a lot because like the Titans got him for pretty cheap compared to what most probably thought. And he's pretty young. He's like only 24 or 25, I think. So he probably, even though running backs don't last as long as other positions, he still probably has 3 more years. I mean, probably the length of his contract for 4 years of really good play and like all pro level play probably. And so I think if you're a Titans fan, you're happy that you got him for this. I mean, you have Tannehill on a huge contract. So when Tannehill signed that contract, I'm like, man, they're gonna have to franchise Derrick Henry now. They won't be able to sign him. But he took a pay cut almost, you could say, and I think it's a good deal for the Titans. For any other team in the AFC South, it's not good news because Derrick Henry's going to be around for the next 4 years or whatever. So yeah, it's a good deal for the Titans, not such a good deal for the AFC South, other than the Titans.
It's it's interesting because I think the Titans, based off how their contracts are and how they're doing stuff, they seem very like cautiously optimistic. Of they're paying people, but they're not paying them a ton, and they're getting people on pretty good deals. But they're fine to have deals that they can get out of easily. And it almost seems like they realized that their season was semi of a fluke last season, and that they got lucky to an extent. They played well and they coached well, but they got to the AFC Championship when many really said they couldn't have. And I think you can look at it and be like, they did sort of get lucky. Um, I think because if we're looking 2 years down the road, I don't think Tannehill stays. I'm not a big Tannehill believer. I think they're going to regress hard next year. They lost Jack Conklin, who's a great. They lost Delaney Walker, who's a pretty good tight end, or a pretty good leader in the locker room, even if he's not that good anymore. They have new up and coming weapons, but they're not like locked into them like the Chiefs are, or other teams are. They're locked into their starters. So it's a good deal. This is a good team. We'll see how they do. I think they're a 10-6 team at max. And they sort of just scream. I mean, the last 4 years, people forget they've been 9-7 for 4 years straight. They haven't gotten to that double-digit hump. They haven't won the division. I think they haven't won the division in over 10 years. So is this the hump? Will Derrick Henry actually step up in the beginning of the season, or will he, get 90% of his yards within the last 5 weeks type of thing?
So I think that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. The links will be in the description, and we will see you guys next time.